Let's put a bunch of snakes. I forget. What's the most poisonous snake in South Africa? What is it? Black mamba. Is it 30 seconds and you're dead? It's something crazy. Whatever the one was. Is it a mamba? Black mamba jamba. But it is, whatever it is. It seemed like it had a little bit different name. Yeah. Right. Oh, it is. Well, this one is South Africa. 30 seconds you're dead. Is mamba 30 seconds? Okay. 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 You guys are like, we got to go home, Steve. But it is, so it's boom. Remember Paul? Viper grabbed him out of the fire, shook it off, and they were like waiting for him to, like, I guess swell and explode or something. And they're like, they started worshiping. He goes, "Get up! I'm just a man." Mark 16's just happening right here, and the Lord's like, "How come I had to prove it with a snake bite?" Still got his fangs in him. And so I would tell them they're legit. But no, here's what they do. Oh, you know what? I can tell you what's going to happen in your life, and you'll never be able to, you won't be able to tell people. I'll say, I didn't say that. Oh, speaking in tongues. Now no more is it preaching a language that is to the lost, because, 1 Corinthians 14:33 says that tongues were given for a sign to the lost. The only place tongues are happening today is among people that claim to be Christians. And tongues were given so you could spread the gospel and speak the gospel to people that you didn't know their language. So now tongues is not that you have the ability to speak languages to spread the gospel. Tongues is a heavenly language that you can't prove or disprove. I want you to know that, do you love Mark 16? It'll help you, because it says, they will be given tongues. And it's all within that context. Does 1 Corinthians 13 have to tell us everything that's going to cease? Because if it doesn't list it, does that mean it's not going to cease? No, but snakes biting you seems to have ceased, right? That you can live, right? Drinking poisonous things and you can live seems to have ceased, right? We have the completed Word of God. How do you know, Erica? $24,000 question. Oh, $64,000 question. I must have missed it. How do you know if I'm legit? If what I'm preaching is legit? Yes. Check the Bible. Absolutely. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not be ashamed, but rather dividing the word of truth. Study the Bible. Now, I'm going to be held accountable, but you're going to be held accountable. You've been given a Bible. You've been given glasses. Read it. You understand that? But before people had the completed Word of God, God wanted to accelerate the taking of the gospel. And now that we have the completed Word of God, that which is in part. And so, prophecies, tongues, special knowledge, those are specifically mentioned in 1 Corinthians 13. But I think when you take it back to Mark 16, you can kind of see, don't be drinking deadly things. Okay? Not a good idea. I want you to have this confidence. Here's why. I had a reason for what I wanted to take you through. Don't be looking for more revelation outside of this. Are you confused? Are you not sure about things? Seek wisdom in the Word of God and prayer. And pray. Again, I didn't say God might not manifest himself to people in a special way, but he is not going to reveal additional eternal truth. I'm trying to think of the best way to do that. Somebody stands up and says they're an apostle, and what they're going to claim is they're going to claim all this authority. Now, I say all this to say that's exactly what Paul did. And he gives his credentials, and he proved himself that he was. But you understand this? It is, he understood. Do you see this? I'm not finished with this. Look at this where it says in verse 20. Now the things which I write unto you, behold, before God I lie not. The guys that claim to be prophets and apostles today, they don't seem to be like trying to prove themselves. Paul said, let me help you understand, because it is a shocking thing for me to tell you that it was revealed directly from Jesus Christ. And we have the completed Word of God. This is where we seek truth, not from man. And so we'll continue Galatians chapter 1 next week. Father, thank you for just the confidence. I need to love the Bible more. Father, you're so good to me. You've made me desperate for it. You've brought me to places of emptiness. You've brought me to places where I felt like an idiot. And I'm thankful for that, where I don't know the Bible. I don't know the Bible, but Father, you've used things in my life to help me know your word better. Give us a thirst. Put eternal salt on our tongue, that we would just pant for water as a deer panteth for water. I pray you bless your people in Jesus' name.